Welcome to Dave C. Straight from the Pit. Dave C. here. I thought for today's show, I could show you my local comic shop. Maybe they have issue number 303 for my subscription. And I haven't been able to go and get it yet with all the things that have been going on, but I'm able to get a ride out there today. So, yeah, we can go do that.
No, I told him when he was hiring. I was like, bro, this is not. Oh, okay. As long as I'm making a pit stop. Okay, as long as he knows, it's like. No, I've told him, and I reminded him yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, I reminded him on Tuesday, and I talked to him about on Monday. I appreciate the job, and I appreciate what he's doing in his space. I'm very fortunate to get to go from but there's a lot of work that needs to be done, so I want to be pretty hard. And on top of that, I do. So like, I really want to try to get more information. Yeah, I do appreciate like little time. And probably some of this from like he said like little something.
So here's my house there where I grew up, and maybe it's a little bit appropriate that it's foggy today because kind of like this is something from out of the past, like a foggy memory, but I guess it kind of isn't because I remember so many things from this house with my brother and my mom and dad and my dog Grover and G.I. Joe that I talk about all the time on this channel, of course. So, yeah, that was the house that I grew up having Joe battles in the backyard with my cousin Jonathan, and he lived in this neighborhood too, so did my friend Mark Moberly across the street. But those hedges there, my dad planted them in 1975 when he bought the house, and they're still there. So. Yep, and there's the backyard. They've put a few things there now that weren't there before. We used to have a tree fort there, and that's all that was there. And we'd have Joe battles in the backyard. So I was just thinking, how the hell did the USS flag fit in that house? After looking at that house. Yeah, but anyway, seriously. Getting the flag for Christmas '85 up north, and then bringing it back to that house and setting it up in the living room, believe it or not, because it wouldn't really fit my bedroom that well, was a memory I'll always have, for sure. So back in the pit here, and here is Larry's latest. It's got a Serpentor on the cover. A mutant Serpentor, after what has occurred in the comic. Yeah, but I'd like to mention a few things before I crack this one open. just that my footage there from the shop, yeah, like it seems that a lot of places now, they don't really carry 80s Joe stuff anymore. I think it's kind of drying up out there, because that shop would always have at least, maybe 10 or 20 figures or weapons or something from 1980s GI Joe. But yeah, as you can see in my my walkthrough there, as quick as it was for Joe stuff, it was mostly newer like classified stuff, the 6-inch figures, or that Super 7 stuff, that the Star Wars type looking figures. But yeah, I was a little bit disappointed with that, because I haven't been able to get out much lately because of what's been going on with me. But so my family was nice enough to go with me out there to get this book. But anyway, yeah, and the classified stuff that's there, I don't know if you noticed, but the packaging alone, it doesn't really sell the product in my eyes, to me, to maybe some fans who might get it if it was more 80s fan friendly, because it kind of just looks like, I don't know, like Lego photographs on the front or something like that, and then there's no continuity either. Like some of the stuff has that type of photographing, and then the other ones will have like a cartoony type of look to them for the characters. But yeah, so I just can't get into the classifieds. I tried before. I don't really like them. But yeah, like I said before, some of my friends have sent me stuff, and I still have those ones, but I don't have any more, and that's why. But what I do like still is that Larry Hama is still writing the book, just like he did in the 1980s. He's continuing on with it. And here's the latest episode. So I'll just be quiet and open this one up now. So this is a January, from this month, issue. And it picks up from 302, where a bomb was dropped, a mutant bomb on Cobra Island. And this one opens up with a helicopter approaching Cobra Island after it's been bombed. So Duke is wondering why this chopper is going in there. He's asking Stalker, a couple other guys. And then the chopper comes down, and Serpentor comes out to meet whoever's in the chopper, and it turns out to be Revanche, who is this robotic organization of AI, artificial intelligence. And he's trying to strike a deal with Serpentor. And there's a mutant Serpentor, of course. That's what he looks like after the Cobra Island was bombed. And the mutant Serpentor is somewhat impressed with these blue ninjas that these AI robots are selling, and puts on a bit of a display here, the robots do, as to how good these blue ninjas are. Robotic blue ninjas with newer technology. And in Utah, Spirit is kind of wondering, what's going on with Cobra now, and he doesn't trust the situation. He's talking to Duke about it. He thinks they're going to try to attack the pit. Cobra is, with these new weapons, computerized weapons. And in Springfield, Dawn returns home. And then Spirit was right, like he usually is. And those new Cobra troops, robotic ones, that Revanche sold Serpentor, are going to attack the pit. So Spirit is right on top of that. And the Joes are doing a briefing on these, well, just on the situation on Cobra Island with the AI robotic dudes and Serpentor's Cobra and Dr. Mindbender, who's all mutinized. And this is my favorite part of the comic. You can see up here that up in the cabin that a little baby Timber, a new wolf, is sleeping there, but he wakes up because he hears something outside. And Snake Eyes says, "Easy, Timber." I hear it too. And then Scarlet's like, "So did I." And it turns out that these robotic Rivanch dudes doing a job for Serpentor are trying to kill Scarlet and Snake Eyes. But Snake Eyes and Scarlet outsmart them, and they're up in the ceiling. And then, yeah, they just start killing all these robots. Just like you knew they would. Two of the best fighters for G.I. Joe, if not the two best. And, yeah, they're just chopping them all up. But then something happens they don't expect, where one of them goes into a kamikaze mode. You can see them on the floor, pretty badly hurt. So I hope that they're not as badly hurt as I think they are, because it took us forever to get Snake Eyes back to be alive again, and he's even speaking now because his vocal cords are fine, because he was the one that was reproduced to be used for Serpentor, but wasn't. But anyway, if you're on top of the story, you would know that. And yeah, so Snake Eyes can talk again, and he's fine. You can see his face. He's not disfigured. But it looks here like maybe we're back to square one again, because look at Snake Eyes' face there. Now hopefully that's just a shadow, but maybe now he's disfigured again. And yeah, I just hope he's not dead, because it took us forever to get Larry to bring Snake Eyes back into the comic. So yeah, that's a look at 302, and it's pretty good. It's interesting. Some fans are kind of not liking the mutant thing on Cobra Island. You know, that turned Serpentor into a mutant and Mindbender and all the troops. The good thing is that Cobra Commander escaped that, so he's not he doesn't have to deal with that. So, but anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this issue, and looking forward to do many more 1980s G.I. Joe videos coming up. Okay, take care.